On the Mercedes-Benz of Springfield red carpet here at the A+ Awards for the Amherst Area Chamber of Commerce. And I am here with one of the most exciting awards of the evening. Betsy McInnis has won the Lifetime Achievement Award for all of her work throughout her entire career. Welcome, Betsy.
Thank you.
What are some things that you think embody like a Lifetime Achievement Award winner?
I think consistent commitment, and I think leadership in various areas, and a real care and consideration for what the agency does, particularly in the case of Family Outreach of Amherst. I hope it's not my lifetime, but it's been almost 20 years, so it's a long time of caring and watching it change and it develop and morph as things change in the community. It's one of the most flexible agencies I've ever seen.
Of course. I know like there's so many like different great organizations, nonprofits, and agencies in this area. So can you tell everybody a little bit about what Family Outreach of Amherst is?
Yeah, Family Outreach is a human services agency. It's part of the Center for Human Development. And it's basically set up as a safety net for struggling families in Amherst. And it started 32 years ago with 6 families that were mother and children were in a home, and then the home closed, and so the families were placed in the community. And it's now grown to over 600 families.
Wow.
And they help with everything from trauma to housing is a big one, and they help with educational issues, they help with medical issues. They basically take any family that's fragile and figure out what they need and help them get the services they need, and also learn to advocate for themselves.
That's incredible. So you guys are like a full-on family service agency. You help people in all aspects of their life, which is incredible. And I think especially now during this pandemic we're all in, like that's extremely needed. I mean, it's always needed, but now more than ever.
Yeah, the town of Amherst has asked Family Outreach to respond to COVID questions. They've actually given us funds to have somebody on our staff who will take the calls, because they're getting all the calls and they have nowhere to put them, so they're coming to us to answer the questions and help people get the services that they need. And that expertise wasn't built overnight, and it's pretty cool.
I think that's awesome. I know that you guys do a lot of work all over the place, but specifically in the Amherst area. What do you love most about the Amherst community?
It's a very diverse community. It's not all one thing. I mean, you have 5 colleges nearby, so you've got the academics, but you also have there's a diversity. There's an international component that's very important, and then you have a lot of people who are living in poverty and struggling. And so 50% of the kids on a normal year, 50% of the kids in the elementary schools are on free and reduced lunch, which indicates that there's a significant degree of poverty in Amherst, and a lot of people don't even know that. It's teaching people how to give, when to give, and giving them a place to give is something that we've really worked on, because the support of the community is quite something. Once somebody gets involved, they get hooked.
That people love to like help out, love to give, love to support each other. It's almost like one big family, and it's one big community, and that's something that you don't really see too many places in such a divided country. And like it's nice to come home to Amherst and be able to have that feeling of family and of belonging, which is just incredible. So I have another question for you. If you could give advice to somebody that's looking to get a Lifetime Achievement Award, what advice would you give them?
Pick something you love and stick with it, and make it, find where you can make a difference. I happen to have the kinds of skills that they needed, and I had a business background, and when we moved up here, I didn't want to do any business, so I was doing volunteer work. And when I met Laura Reichsman, who's the director of Family Outreach, I realized that she had the kind of vision that I wanted to support. And so it's easy to continue to support something when you can share a vision with the people, and you like the direction that they're going. And if they change direction, you tend to like that too. So I feel very strongly about that.
I definitely agree. I think that's awesome advice. So all of you future Lifetime Achievement Award winners, you heard it here first. This is the secret sauce on how to do it. It's definitely incredible. And I know we were talking on the red carpet before this. I know that you guys have made a lot of pivots, because you guys have big fundraisers that you host to raise money for Family Outreach. So what are some ways that you guys have pivoted to still reach those fundraising goals?
Well, we stay in touch with our donors, and we ask people for Light Up the Night, we ask them to celebrate at home, but send the same money they would have spent at Light Up the Night to us as a donation. And We actually made more money this year than we did last year.
Wow.
Um,
Congrats. That's huge. That's awesome. Congratulations.
We have a secondary fundraiser that is equally fun. It's called Warm Up the Night, and that usually takes place in October, and it's in a tent behind 30 Boltwood. And
Wow.
Usually we get 20 or 25 restaurants to donate food, and it's a fabulous event. But again, who's going to be in a tent with 200 people this year? So
I know.
we're still getting people donating to the replacement for that, and they're very supportive.
I know we talked a little bit about the community that we live in, that we love. What is your favorite thing for pleasure, for business, in the Amherst community?
Well, I like the camaraderie a lot, and I like the openness. I like, just taking a ride and being in the countryside in 10 minutes, and I like being kind of at the Amherst Cinema Center when you can, and I really we live near downtown, so it's really an easy kind of thing to be right involved in the community. I like the work the Chamber does because I think it's important. Having a business background, and a lot of people in Amherst do not have business backgrounds, I can appreciate how many people are struggling and how many businesses are struggling. And so I think the work the Chamber's been doing this year has been phenomenal and tough, but we need that. I mean, we need a vital economy. We need to, build beyond just the universities and have more businesses. And so I think meeting that challenge is huge.
I agree.
Awesome.
And well, congratulations again, Betsy.
so much.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And thank you to all of you for joining us at home. And we'll see you soon.